We're standing on the deck outside the entrance to the backyard of Robert and Valerie Kirwan, who live in Val-Thérèse, Ontario. Valerie's the main architect of the backyard environment here, and as a matter of fact, the backyard has been designated as a wildlife refuge by one of the wildlife federations. What we're going to do is take a look at some of the water features that Valerie has created. One of the water features is a place where it's a summer home actually for about 7 fish. Valerie has 6 goldfish and 1 koi who have been living inside the house during the wintertime for about 5 or 6 years. Every summer they are brought outside and every winter they're brought back in. The other major water feature in this part of the backyard is a place where birds congregate and enjoy a bath prior to going over to one of the feeding areas in the back, where Bob and Val have set up a gazebo, an enclosed gazebo where they can be free of the black flies and mosquitoes while they watch the birds who are in the feeding area and who are around the pond. We're going to be taking you on a tour of the entire yard later on and have Valerie explain some of the details behind what's gone into the development of this yard. You'll find that she has spent a great deal of time recycling many materials that most of us would have thrown away. So we'll continue our tour. One of the main features of the fish pond, as we like to call it, is this nice waterfall effect that Valerie has set up so it kind of looks like a little stream coming through the plants. One of the main features of the fish pond, as I like to call it, is a waterfall feature. We have a waterfall set up. All of the ponds in the backyard are self-contained ponds, and we have pumps set up so the water just circulates. This gives you the impression it's a nice little stream. A lot of birds like to come in and do some bathing here. At this time of year we have the pond covered to keep the sun out. During the summer these plants will grow and cover a larger area of the pond, and at that point we can take the covers off. Sometimes you can see the fish in the water. They're a little bit spooky at this time of year. Right now on the screen you can see one of the filters in the bottom of the pond. I'm going to take a walk over to the second major pond that we have in this backyard area and show you how that's been set up. At one time we had 2 pumps going, and we had 2 streams going from this one main pond. A couple of years ago we discontinued the second stream and just had all of the water diverted to one stream. During the summertime this is a very popular spot for birds. Birds love to come in here and stand on the rocks and bathe. We're now going to take you to the backyard area, further into the backyard, right across from the gazebo where our main feeding area has been set up. We've tried to set up an area where birds will feel safe because it's out in the open. We've got a couple of bird feeders in the area. Right beside the bird feeders we have another pond that's very popular for birds. Birds who like to come in and have a bath they'll come in and be splish splashing around in there at all times during the day. We're able to watch all of this from the enclosed gazebo. We spend many evenings sitting in that gazebo watching the birds. Just in front of the gazebo is another smaller water feature, where again everything has been rigged up. You'll see a patio stone with the water running onto it, and this again is another area where birds like to come and splish splash in the bath. An area that's quite popular with our grandchildren is what we call our fairy garden. A couple of years ago, Val had a contest with a group that she's got on the internet, and they decided they were going to have a contest to see who could make the I guess the most creative door into the fairy garden. I believe that one or two of the doors that Valerie made are still in the garden. Yes, this is one of the doors that Valerie made for the contest. And over here's the second one. But when the contest was over, Val started to expand the fairy garden, and eventually it's grown into quite an elaborate setting. We let our granddaughters come in here and play during summertime, and they love to come in and play with the figurines. We created what we call our Buddha pond at the far end of our backyard. Again, this is a nice area for birds because it's, as you can see, it's surrounded by evergreens. You can hear the squirrels, and you can probably hear a few of the birds right now sitting up in the evergreens getting ready to come down and eat and enjoy their evening bath. This is also a popular place for bears. We have to be careful during the springtime and put our bird feeders in so the bears don't get attracted to it. Just over to the side, something that we created last year, once again mainly for our granddaughters, is a nice little second fairy garden. We have a house and a couple of neat little features that the girls like to come in and play with and move around. They love setting up this area. As you can see, nothing elaborate, stuff from the dollar store and things that have been recycled from other places in the yard.